Hey guys, this is the Disruptor. You might know me over in FinTwit. I'm pretty active over there, charting, talking about ETFs. I love the commodities, RSI, things like that. But one of the things I've been working on, and you might have caught me tweeting about it, is this thing called Capital Navigator. Capital Navigator is a quant model that I built, and I wanted to show you kind of what it is, talk to you about it. This video is going to be a general introduction into it. So why don't we go ahead and dive into that and get you a sense of what we're talking about. So here we are over here in bar chart, right? Barchart.com is the site that I use. I actually can definitely help you guys get access to it if you're interested. But this is something that I use. I love their screener. I'm over here on the ETF screener, and I've got this basically lined up here. So Capital Navigator, and these are the sort of things I'm looking for. I'm looking at what's in a certain watch list that I have. These are the sort of things I need to look at. 20-day average volume. What's the last price? Where are we trading at? I want to know what the 14-day relative strength index is. If you're not familiar with RSI, go dig into Andrew Cardwell. He is by far one of my greatest teachers. I'd say he and David Lundgren are probably the two people that I really try to model myself after in their strategies. Maybe something you might be interested in, but relative strength, RSI, big believer in it, and so I use it a lot. Got a 50-day moving average, 1 month percent change, 20-day 200-day moving average, and a 3-month percent change. These are the kind of things that I'm looking at. So basically, you'll see here I've got a 0 for my 200-day. Basically, I don't want anything that doesn't have a 200-day, so it's got to have been trading actively for about 200 days. So that's it, and then I'll go in, I'll run it, I'll run my scanner, and I get like some obscene number of ETFs every day, 2,543, and it's got all of my stuff here, right? Then what I'll do is I'll download that and I'll run it through a formula. Now what I've done is I've gone ahead and pulled this up as a little sample. So we'll see what you think here. Let's go ahead and just look at the screen here. So here we are. And this is a very shortened version of Capital Navigator. I've got my symbols, the name of the ETF that I'm looking at, and just so you know, for this short version of Capital Navigator, what I did is I actually searched for things with an RSI over 65. Big believer in RSI. You hear me talk about it a lot. So I wanted things that are in what I call a bullish range on RSI, and so these certainly qualified. So besides that basic stuff, you got this thing called leverage. If you're not familiar with leverage, something you need to know when you trade ETFs. You've got longs and shorts, things that are bullish, things that are bearish. I want it to go up, I want it to go down. Pretty basic there. But the thing is, you have these wild things like row 6, LABU, triple long. So you look at this S&P Biotech Bull, 3X. Now go a little bit below that on row 9, and you have XBI, S&P Biotech. So these are pretty much the same, right? So when XBI moves up $1, S&P Biotech Bull 3X will move up $3, and vice versa. When it moves down, it'll move down $3. So this can be great for day trading. Some people swing it. Some people trend follow it. It's all up to you how you want. Just realize massive volatility, and man, when it when it burns hard. So but they get great RSIs, and so they fall in very easily into what I like to measure. I've got 20-day average volume just because something's only got about 4,000 shares traded per day on average for the last 20 days. I'm probably going to be a little cautious with it, right? Now, next to that, you've got these columns with dates, July 7th and July 8th. So this is yesterday's CAPI score, right? CAPI being short for Capital Navigator. Like I said, I ran it through all of these. Sorry, can't really see that there. So go back. Ran it through these indicators and then ran that through my model, and it comes out with this score, right? And you'll get some that are low score, like negative 50.2. If you know anything about LABU, you're probably looking at this going, why the hell would LABU have a negative score? Well, look at the chart of LABU. I mean, we can pull it up, just give you an idea, right? LABU over here on bar chart. That's not it. All right, let's try that again. All right, there we go. So if I pull it up, you'll see here, let's just go ahead and max out. So you can see just a massive downtrend right there, right? And so clearly the primary trend is down, which is going to give it a negative number. You can see this RSI on the monthly, just terrible, terrible. But man, look at that candle. I mean, that's the month candle, which is fantastic. Thing's been up 43%, I believe, in the last 5 days. I mean, just what a great play. But yeah, it does have a negative number because the primary trend is lower. Whereas something like JDST, junior gold miner, is going to have a primary trend that is more in an upward direction. Okay, and then you've got July 8th, so you can see some differences, right? And then we have a 2-day moving average. So this is what I really wanted to experiment here, this 2-day moving average. Not 2 days specifically, I just have 2 days here in my data set. Eventually we'd have 5 days, 20 days, 50 days. I believe the moving average can be used as a buy and a sell signal. So when something moves above the moving average, that would be a buy signal. And when something moves below the moving average, that'd be a sell signal. So for instance, all of these have a difference between the 2-day moving average. And what we did is we took the last day, July 8th, subtracted the 2-day moving average from it. If we came up with a positive value where the July 8th value was bigger than the 2-day moving average, we have a positive score, right? And so all of these would be something we might consider a buy. And then you have some that have a 0, which would be like a hold, and then some that have negatives, which would be a sell signal, right? We'd say, okay, it's time to get out of that, right? Now, 2-day moving average, really minuscule. We want much larger moving averages for this, but I think a 5-day moving average would be great for scalping. A 3-day moving average, even, maybe a 10 or 20 for those short-term trends or intermediate trends, and then maybe something more like a 200-day for a primary trend. But the point of this video is just to introduce you to this idea that we now have a way that we can use this, where we can simply say, I wanted to sort this. It's not letting me. Let's go ahead and do this. See if it'll let me do that now. So what I want to do is I want to sort the sheet. There we go. Z to A from this column, right? And so here we go, right? What we should have are, no, we don't. Damn it. Why did that not work? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? It sorted the symbol. That's what it was. My bad, guys. All right, we'll try that one more time. We're going to sort this. Here we go. Sort sheet Z to A. There we go. There we go, right? So now it's got the highest one up here. So these are the strongest trends, right? And then these are things down here. So if I was looking for something to buy, right, and I wanted a strong trend, I might be more interested in shorting gold and silver than I would be in, say, leveraged biotechs. But the truth is, things go up, things come down. So, that's why this moving average is so important, because we want to know, are we above the moving average? Are we moving below it? So that's what Capital Navigator is. I'm hoping this was helpful for you. Good introduction. I'm going to be making more videos about Capital Navigator, and hopefully this is the kind of thing that you can get excited about, and maybe we can learn together and how to use this model and if it's beneficial. So Quant model, I built it, sharing it with y'all. Hope that's cool. Cheers.